Howdy folks, Tyler here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to do a short IFR flight to Austin, Texas. And if all goes to plan, you'll see in the next video why we are flying to Austin, Texas. I already chose the citation longitude for this, and I have my checklist up on my other monitor so I can see what we're doing. We're going to use a red livery today. And we have a flight planned in my head. We're going to go from, what's it, Oklahoma City? Yeah, we're going to start Oklahoma City. There's a Skybridge POI there. Ooh. We can start at this airport and then see the Skybridge they're talking about from the airport maybe. So let's do that. Let's pick an appropriate starting for a jet. I guess we'll just start here. Come on. Why can't I get that? Not custom. What the heck? No, hang on. Why won't it let me click here? There we go. That was super strange. Okay, I don't want the fuel box. I want just a spot. Why is this so challenging? There we go. Lucky number 13. There we go. Wind is 19 or 340 degrees, so they'll probably start us at one of these two runways. I don't know. We'll find out based on what they give us here. And we're going to fly to Austin, Texas, which is way down here. Where is it? Where do you go? There you go. Way down here. Austin, Texas. I won't tell you why we're going to Austin, Texas until the next video, like I said. There's arrival. 42 minutes or so. We're going to do a low IFR. We'll let it direct departure. We'll do a direct, can we do a direct arrival? We can. We'll let it do the approach automatically based on what ATC tells us in the sim. We could select our arrival and approach now. Like let's say we want to simulate our favorite star and approach from our favorite airport in real life. We can choose that now and get it over with. But what I like to do is let ATC tell us. And let me just tell the computer. So in real life you kind of know what you want before you get there. But winds can change and they can redirect us. And that's where I decide to just let the ATC do it. Plus it's more fun. More interaction with the airplane when you have to do what they want. So I think that's all it is. That's not the real time, but I really don't care. That's the time we're going to have it. Actually, let's have it a little earlier in the day, like this. And Navlog doesn't really, we're not going to go 29,000 feet because we're doing low altitude. And I think that is it. Let's get flying. And if you look outside, it's amazing weather for an IFR flight. This is very exciting. Is it really pouring rain in Austin, Texas right now? Is it really? I don't know if I believe it. I wanted to check out this fancy bridge, this POI. So let's do that super quickly and then we'll start our flight. You do drone speedy like this and then you crank it up. You have to like tweak it some weird way. See, it doesn't work unless you like do it twice, I think. Yeah, see, it doesn't seem to capture here. Weird. Okay, it's not doing it, but I think this was the bridge, right? I have my POIs turned off. Just because this doesn't look like it'd be a fancy bridge. I have my POI labels turned off. Just because. Okay, hang on. Let's pick up the VFR map. VFR map. Will it tell us? Come on. Where's my map? Oh, there it is over there. Really, we have to go that far away? Why isn't this working? See, look, it won't keep it. Do I hit enter? Why won't it stay that way? There we go. I hit enter and it captured it. That is a funky looking monkey, man. What in the world? Let me hit enter again. And just saved it. Okay, what the heck? I like modern art and stuff, but what is this? Huh. Interesting. We might keep that as a little thumbnail thing here, maybe. But I need to reverse it because of where I put the title. Let's go like this. Let's go like that. That might be my thumbnail. Okay, weird. Let's go back to our airplane, which is way over there. And let's hop inside and let's play with this thing. So this is my favorite aircraft, which you all know. Let's start the checklist, confirm rudders. You all know that I'm overall a GA guy, right? But my favorite airplane happens to be like small business jets, and in this case this one. So even though I'm GA, my favorite airplane is this one. I don't know why. And same thing in X-plane, if you remember, my favorite airplane was the 727. But generally, I only like GA. So very strange, but that's just how it is. All right, I did the parking brake. Confirm I did external power turn on the flood light. We're going to do emergency lights to on. Or arm, I mean. There's on and there's arm. And what else? Panel flood lights. Thank you. Okay, panel flood lights on. Fuel and passengers. Sure, why not? We're going to have a lot of people with us today, so let's put in myself. I stopped drinking sodas. I'm down to 206 now. But I'm 6'4", so I still blow away in the wind. We'll just bring some random people that I know. Pretty much all adults. Yeah. Oops. Just bring in some of my friends. And maybe their young adult children, which is why our weights are getting down here. Whoops. And here we go. And someone's dog. Big at 100 pounds, that's good. Plenty of fuel, don't need to worry about that. Alright, there we go. What are we going to do? We're going to turn on batteries, which I believe are down here. And they are. And generator switches on, which is hard to see when it's dark in here, but that's okay. There we go. Now what do we got next? APU start, that's down here. So we're going to do APU start, and it flicks back on its own. Then you come up here and you wait for that to get to 100, but in the meantime, let's mess with this a little bit. I wish I could see what I was doing. I know there's map lights and stuff around here somewhere. Is it this one? Not those. Is it this one? So it's around here somewhere. Here it is, map light. That should help a little bit. And does it? A little. Helps a little. I can zoom out, please. Alrighty, we'll zoom as far as it goes. Okay, well, let's zoom out for now. And then it says 100 on the APU, so we're going to continue. Bleed confirmed normal. Yes, it changed to normal now. APU generators, which are over here. APU generator, yes. External power off, and everything should still stay, and it does, because we're on generator or APU power. Alright, power levels idle. They are pulse light on. Pulse light on, and then come down here. And I'm still trying to figure out these dang buttons, because weird stuff happens when I try to start the engines. And let's see if it can start now. Well, we gotta do this. I wasn't ready yet for engine start. I hit them a little too soon. I was very excited. Now I would push those, and let's see if it's actually starting. It is. Cool, I got them just in time. So we'll hit that button again and see if this ignition thing goes. It's yellow now. In my previous flights, it was red or white. Weird. Anyway, we're gonna let that go up, and then we'll do the other engine. Actually, we can start the other engine right now. Let's hit start. We'll see what happens. These need to go up and stabilize, and then ignition. We'll see what happens there. A lot of this stuff will clear if we give it a moment here. And our engines are about to stabilize as soon as the other one gets to 59. And then we'll see with the ignition starter what goes out. And we're at 59 about now. So we can come back down here. Turn off the boost pumps, which I can't get on the same screen. And see what happens here. So those are still on. Everything is stable. So let's go down here and push them again and see what happens. Okay, now they went off. So I guess you push them to turn it on. I don't understand. It's different with sim updates. They made some changes, so it never used to be that way. Let's see. APU generator can come off now because we're actually on engine power. There we go. That is off finally. Let's see. APU generator off. APU bleed off, which is over here. And APU can go off, and that should wind down over here to 0, and it is. Icing as needed. Yeah, I don't know. We're in Texas. Is it cold in Texas? What's the OAT? 12 degrees. We're above freezing, but you know what? We're going to turn on all the icing anyway, because I like to. So let's turn on all the icing options. We'll just get, I guess you can't do more than that, just those 4. Just those 4. Because you can't do anything else over. You can do the map light, though. And I don't know what that is. Cool. And we've done more than 0.8 hours in this. We've done like 20 hours in this. Alright, here we go. We're going to go over here to the primary flight display. No, we're not. We're going to hit this button because we need to go over here. What do we do? We're going to go to options, and we're going to turn our wind on to 3. My favorite. There we go. Now we know what the wind is like. 29 knots. Are you serious? This is going to be quite a trip. I think my last 4 videos have been kind of crazy. Alright, let's see here. We're going to do the ATIS and flight plan and for clearance. So what do we need to do? First of all, we need to see why that came up. Oh, that's just because of all the icing stuff. Because if I turn off all the icing stuff, I believe that all goes away. Except this max different. I know in the last video with this plane, I said I'm going to look that up. I have yet to look that up. I'm sorry. So if you know what that means, comment. Always. By the time you watch this, I will probably have looked it up already. Okay, let's get the ATIS, which is pretty wild, I think. Is there any ATIS? No. No. No ATIS. So we don't know what the weather is. Unless you go out into real life, I'm not going to worry about it. So let's say be on the barometer. We'll set that. We know the wind is like this. And we know there are lots of clouds. And we know that's the temperature. So there we go. We got our weather. Flight plan, we already talked about on the flight plan screen. Radios, there's nothing to do because whatever they want us to do to land, they will tune that in for us. We don't even need to worry about it. I've shown you that many times in previous videos with any IFR airplane. However, I did do a video that I scrapped that they gave me an NDB approach in this plane. So I went to the VFR map like this. I clicked on the airport I happened to be at, which was not this one, and I went over here and there was an NDB frequency, so I put that in and sure enough it worked. But I scrapped that video for reasons I won't get into that are quite embarrassing. And it was not, no, my landing was perfect. It wasn't the landing, it was something else that I did. I landed at the wrong airport. And so, yeah, I scrapped it. It was pretty embarrassing. Alright, so here we go. What are we doing? We're going to do an IFR clearance now because we already talked about everything else. And here we go.
Rogers approach Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 IFR to Austin, ready to copy.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is cleared to Austin Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 133 decimal 9er squawk 0747. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 cleared to Austin Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure is 133 decimal 9er squawk 0747. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 readback is correct. Good day.
Alright, first I love when the frequency is weak, that it's what is it? It's, oh my gosh, the quality deteriorates like real life, right? I love that. Anyway, he gave us 7,000 feet. So first of all, you know, we did the weather. I did 7,000 feet, and then I did flight director for nav, vertical speed of 1,400 feet per minute. That's fine. Up to 7,000 feet, and they'll get cleared higher on your way up. You got to be careful in this airplane because it goes really fast, and we're going to get to that 7,000 feet and exceed the speed limit of 250 knots in seconds. So if you hand fly especially, you've got to be really careful because in the initial stages of your departure, it goes so fast. We will be using autopilot almost immediately. I'll fly, well, not really, because I want to be kind of within the GPS so that it doesn't spin us in weird directions. You kind of have to help it a little bit at first. So we'll take off. Well, it depends on what runway we're on, I guess. And then we'll turn until we're within like 45 degrees of this. Then I'll gauge autopilot. I'll try not to speed. I'll try not to climb at 8,000 feet per minute. I'll try, but it gets away from you quickly. Yeah, we'll pick our runway based in a second here, based on the whatever they gave us, the winds and everything. So anyway, nav source. We go here and we go nav to GPS. There we go. That'll be GPS, and then speed bugs. Speed bugs. Turn them all on. That'll tell us where to rotate and stuff. And then we did weather, and so next here will be timer. Timer, please. Timer, thank you. Unless they give us a frequency that doesn't automatically go in, but so for 100% of the time it automatically goes in, except the NDB. I had to do it myself. Alright, here we go. Autopilot setup. We already did. Anti-collision lights on. There we go. Recog lights on. Taxi lights on. Flaps down 1 notch, and they are. And then now we taxi to the runway. Now, we need to see what options we have. It told us. Didn't it tell us the wind? I thought it told us the wind. It didn't. Okay, so we got to figure out the wind. So the wind 34, so runway 34. What is closest to runway 34? So probably this one down here. Let's see what they are. Closest to 34 is 32. So 320 degrees is close to 340. So I assume runway 32 is this one, because this would be 3. That would be 14. That would be 21. So this has to be 32 down here. So let's get rid of that information, and let's see, how are we going to taxi all the way down there? We're going to turn around and just there's X's on it though. So we're not supposed to use it? Well, we're going to use it because we need it. So we're going to turn around and just follow the path along all the way till it ends, and then not go into the river. We're going to use our runway because this is what we do. Alright, so we're going to go out here. We're going to turn around. We're going to have to get comfortable in my chair. Let's use reversers here a second. If we can. Back up, because I don't know if there's ground services. I could have checked. I didn't check, but I could have. We're just going to do it this way. That they used to do in real life. But it ruins the engine, so they don't do it anymore. Careful on the brakes. Alright, engage forward thrust. They don't do that anymore though. Whoa. But they used to. Now with like turboprops they do sometimes, I know, because I know people who have done it. But not very often. Alright, here we do we have, this is a road or is this a taxiway? It has a line like a taxiway and there's one of the runways. We do not want that runway. This is insane. Here we go. Let's tune on traffic. We're going to announce taxi.
2 Delta Tango, traffic turtle soup Tango Tango Tango, 41 is taxiing to runway tree.
So that's another little trick. If you want to know what runway is appropriate, or they think is appropriate, then you can just do the taxi and they're like, runway 3. Okay, we'll go to runway 3. But that would be runway, that'd be 30 degrees, which is not as good as 320 degrees. So we're not going to use runway 3. So let's actually select our own. Oh. They're not going to let us because that runway's closed officially. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway because we can. Yeah, so runway 3 would be this one over here, 30 degrees. So we're going to go rogue, and we're going to use a better runway for the wind. Let's just go around here a little bit. And, whoops, too many buttons. We're just going to haul through here. And we're going way too fast. Way too fast. It's not letting us turn. But see, this runway is more into the wind. So we're going to use it. Final look around the airport while we get ready to take off in this amazing weather. There's downtown Austin right there. That's why they call it downtown airport, I guess. And we're going to be up in the clouds within seconds. We're going to be at the speed limit within seconds. It's going to be a lot happening. So if you don't worry about total realism, you can just take off and fly. It's super cool. But if you want to be kind of realistic, things happen very quickly. Runway 14. Okay, I've lost my mind. No, it's not runway 14. This is right here, 32. Okay, so there's this 14. Here it's... What? How did they screw that up? That doesn't make sense. 14 would be 140 degrees. That's his opposite, see? That would be runway 14. This is 32. Because 360 is here. The wind are coming from like 340, I think, which is here. This is 32. 140 degrees is that way because 180 is down here. So that's backwards. I'm not crazy. It's wrong. Anyway, let's get lined up here for our rogue departure. Oh man, it's dark. It is so dark. Let's just get lined up here where we're not supposed to be. We're a little bit to the left, but we'll correct that and roll. Set the parking brake a second. Yeah, I know. And landing lights on. Taxi lights off. Confirm flaps. Yes, they are. Timer. Let's start our timer. Is it counting? It's hard to get these click spots when it's far away. Put their yokes back in if I can find them. Wherever they are. Come on, there we go, thank you, and we're gonna go. Alrighty, so we already discussed our departure and everything. We're just going to do what they tell us to do, and they will give us some information. We're going to climb in the 7,000 feet within a second. So because our GPS is opposite, I'm going to turn around manually, and we're in about 45 degrees or so, maybe 90 on the gauge autopilot. I'll try to be realistic with the speed and the altitude, but it is going to be crazy. It's all going to happen so
Delta
fast.
Tango, traffic turtle soup Tango Tango Tango, 41 taking off runway, 14 south departure.
We will spool up. Well, I'm sure this runway is plenty long. And here we go, everybody. This is super fun. And yeah, I know we're like going crazy on the see, had the different runways. I read those signs. Oh my, we're not going to make it. Yeah, we are. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's windy. Oh my gosh, it's windy. Brakes to stop the wheels. Whoa, it's windy. Gear coming up. Holy cow. And flaps coming in. Oh my word. The wind. The wind is insane. This is crazy. We'll do a sharper than normal. Look, what are we doing? 5,000 feet per minute? 6,000 feet per minute? Because we can. See, I told you we're above the speed limit too. See? This thing's nuts. Let's not do a barrel roll though. Let's slow down our thrust a little bit. We'll keep our steep ascent through the clouds. We'll keep our turn. We're totally speeding. Oh well, we're doing the best we can, and we're already in the clouds. I want to look around, but there's nothing to look around. If we were departing in a straight line, I would have, oh, we're almost at our altitude, bring back throttles. If we were going in a straight line, I would have, engage autopilot immediately. Alright, slow down our descent. Whoa, not that much. And here we go, and let's head over to autopilot and engage it. And super smooth handoff, can't even tell. And we're at our altitude almost, but we're close enough. Autopilot got confused, so let's just do it that way. And keep an eye on that speed. And there we go, right back over the airport. Literally, right back over the airport, look. Well, you can't tell. But I promise you, we did such a sharp turnaround that we're over the airport. That is hilarious. Alrighty, our speed is good. Our climb is good. Into the clouds. Holy moly. Where's my look out the window? There we go. That's crazy. There's the ground down there. Oh my word. There's the highway over there. I guess I don't have a... I need to do a look out the window on this side. Like this. Because I only need to look down with those gauges once, right? So let me do that as 6. 1, 2. How are we looking? Oh, that's in the way. Never used to be. We're looking fantastic. Coming up in 7,000 feet. We're speeding though. Sorry about that. Do we have to tune in something? I think we do.
Fort Worth Center, Turtle Soup Tango, Tango Tango, 41, 7,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango, 41 Fort Worth Center altimeter, 29.78. Continue as planned.
2978.
Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango, 41 climb and maintain flight level 190.
190.
Climb
I told
and
you.
maintain flight level 190. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alright, I told you they would make us climb. What did it say? 19? I already forgot what it was. So here we go. Oh, come on. We'll do a pretty steep climb. Come on, let me click. These click spots are so terrible. Go up. Where do you want me to click? There we go. Let's do 1,400 feet per minute. Let's give it some thrust. Just because we can. No, it's making me go down. No. These click spots are changing. Oh my gosh. This is so annoying. I want to do way more than 1,300 feet per minute. 11. There it goes. Jeez. Finding that click spot was ridiculous. I mean, we're totally speeding now. I don't care, but... it did say 190, right? 190. There we go. Oh my gosh, I barely have the thrust engaged, and we're climbing at 2,500 feet per minute. And look at our speed. We're speeding. I'm barely engaging thrust. This is so much fun. I want to go steeper. I want to make my people sweat. Look at that. We're at 300 knots, even though we're at 3,600 feet per minute. This thing's a rocket. I love it. We're totally cheating. Well, I was speeding, I mean. Except for right. As soon as it gets to 10,000 feet. Come on, 10,000 feet. And now we can speed all we want. Full thrust, here we go. I'm just going to make sure that we're not overspeeding, which it looks like we're going to be able to, so let's bring this back a little bit. Oh my, don't overspeed. This is really hilarious. Okay, we're just going to go like this until I get to 1900 feet per minute. Anything else to do? Yes, at 10,000 feet. Icing as needed. We will keep icing engaged, even though it's above freezing in these clouds. Barely. 3 Celsius. Turning landing lights off. Yeah, we can turn landing lights off. We're above 10,000 feet. Standard barometer at 18,000, which will be in just a moment. And then monitor things, which we are. So there we go. It says 41 minutes to Austin. Or, yeah, to Austin, but it will be less than that once we level off. And then, what else? Once they give us an approach, we will put that in over here. I'll show you how to do that because we didn't do that on the planning screen. So you have multiple options. And I'm just watching my speed here. And otherwise, that is it. I'm going to keep you with me for just a moment here, though, because lots happening. There we go.
Tango, 41 contact Fort Worth Center on 128.1. Good day. Going to 128.1 Turtle Soup, Tango 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 41. Fort Worth Center, Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is at 14,900 feet, climbing flight level 190.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Fort Worth Center altimeter 29.76 continue as planned.
Okie dokie, we're coming out on top of the clouds now, because that's how amazing this is. What we're looking at for speed, we're just gonna, I have thrust half engaged right now. Half engaged. There's our fuel, by the way. And, yeah, once we get 18,000 feet with the barometer key again, and then once we get to 19,000 feet, we'll level off, and I just have to maintain speed. Oh, now we're back in the clouds. And then once we get this settled in, then we'll give it some sightseeing until ATC gives us our approach instructions, and then we will, come on now. These click spots are so picky. That zoomed all the way out, huh? Fine. Ooh, our speed is getting, oh, watch that speed. Okay, standard barometer hit B, 2992, because we're above 18,000 feet in the U.S.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300, Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
You heard me say, low level IFR, right? So why do they want us to go to 30? We're never going to get there. We'll get to like 25,000 and then they'll be like, come down now. That's not overspeed. Let's go steeper just to see if we can get there. I don't know what the realistic climb rate is in this airplane. I should know since it's one of my favorites, but I don't. So we're just going to go crazy. Let's hop outside and see what that looks like. What the heck? We're upside down. Oh, that's freaking amazing. Oh, my drone isn't working. Come on. There we go. Let's get some screenshots of that. Holy cow. Could this be my thumbnail? I don't know. We'll just have to see with me. Oh, you can see through the clouds down there. I love that. This is fantastic. Okie dokie, I'm not going to sit and blab. Well, hang on a second. So I'm not going to sit and blab while we fly for 40 minutes and climb. So what I'm going to do is turn you to some sightseeing in a second here. As we get back in the airplane. That is so gorgeous. And we can look out the windows now. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I'm speechless. Anyway, how are we doing? Our speed is good. We got standard barometer going. We're climbing to 30,000. We're going to get there. Look. We're going to make it. I can't believe it. And we're just about at cruise already. And nothing to do now until ATC gives us instructions to either descend or they give us our approach or whatever. This airplane does have spoilers, and we're probably going to need them because we're going to be at 30,000 feet, and they'll come down and be like, go down to 4,000 feet immediately, and then we'll have to use spoilers for that, which is totally okay. I just can't remember what my spoiler key is on my keyboard. I guess we'll find out once we get those instructions to descend. So there we go. I'm just going to maintain speed here because we're over speeding. And we're at cruise. Everything is set. So now I'm just going to monitor things, give you some sightseeing, and then as soon as ATC gives us instructions to either descend or put in our plan to approach, I'll come back with you. So enjoy the views, and I will see you as soon as ATC starts yapping at us. See you in a little bit. Alright, so we're about 20 minutes from the airport, but we haven't received any instructions for descent or pattern or entry or anything. So it's going to be pretty dramatic, I think. Hopefully they don't do the thing where they send us way out and backwards and all this stuff and add an hour to our trip when we're only 20 minutes away. If they do, then I can just put a different approach in, even though it's not what they say. As far as descent, we will probably have to make use of the spoilers, which real-life pilots tell me that's normal in every aircraft that has them. But your internet pilots will tell you if you're using spoilers and your approach is wrong and it's not correct. And real life pilots are like, no, that's not true. We use spoilers every time. So we'll see what we need to do when that time comes. Otherwise, I'm just monitoring things here. We got plenty of fuel. We're good on our speed. We're being as realistic as possible. We've been in the air for a whopping 18 minutes. And I'm just wondering when they're going to give us something that we need to do. But otherwise, I think that's it. That's the update here. Oh, approach checklist. Weather, they'll give us that. Put in the approach when they give us that. I was landing lights on at 10,000. Hopefully I remember. Spoilers armed. After we're done using them, gear down, flap down, which obviously it's like way too soon for that. But otherwise, the main thing is get our approach in there and landing lights at 10K, and then the rest we will figure out when we get closer to the ground. So just sitting here watching clouds. And of course I did check weather for real life in Austin, and this is exactly what it's like in the area. So hopefully everybody is enjoying the weather. I know I am. This will be a nice approach in the weather, and hopefully we get an ILS or something. Like, it doesn't matter because the radios here will tune on their own depending on the approach we put in, and overspeed, oh dear. And then it will, what else will it do? It'll approach on autopilot and it'll bring us down. I don't know if this plane auto lands. I don't know if it auto lands in real life. I do know that some of the planes in the sim will land. It's not really an auto land because they don't flare. They just keep going 500 feet per minute till they hit the ground. So it's not really auto landing, but it's a form of it. We will land by hand once we get to minimums.
Turtle Soup Tango
Oh,
Tango
here we
Tango.
go.
41 contact Fort Worth Center on 1 tree for decimal 15. Good day. 134 decimal 15 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41. Fort Worth Center, Turtle Soup Tango 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 41, flight level 300.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Fort Worth Center. Continue as planned.
Alright, very simple. I'm going to keep an eye on my speed. I do want to crank it up a little bit here so we can go as quickly as possible. And I will see you when ATC starts yapping at us again. See you in a little bit.
American 2369er, you are 15 miles northwest of DFW. Contact DFW Tower on 127.5. Northwest of DFW. Contact DFW Tower on 127.5 when inbound. Tower on 127.5, American 219er5.
Going to 133.15, American 356. Tango.
Fort Worth Center, American 1186 is at flight level 230, descending 10,000 feet. Fort Worth Center, Southwest 1224 is at flight level 260, descending 10,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango 41 descend and maintain flight level 230.
Descend and maintain flight level 230, Turtle Soup Tango 41.
And there we go. Stuff to do. Vertical speed. We'll go pretty steeply here. No landing gear to bring back throttle that much tonight. Let's do an 1,800 foot per minute drop. Again, I can't remember what's ideal in this aircraft, but we're going to go with that. We're just going to go with that. So we got ready for approach. They'll give us weather. We're doing landing lights at 10,000 feet. Hopefully they give us a barometer. I'll just be on the keyboard at 18,000 feet. We don't need our speed to come down. We can keep our speed cranked. As long as we're above 10,000, we can go above 250. 5 minutes to Rolac. Here's our airport here, Austin. So hopefully they give us an approach before we get too close. And if they give us something wacky, we'll just do our own. Then we'll see what happens here. And keep our speed under control. And throttles back a little bit more. Fuel is good. Everything is good. Oh, speed is going to crawl up. I just want it to come down so I can look outside for a moment. There we go. I think we have a minute. Alrighty, so beautiful, beautiful clouds everywhere. We were just flying over the Fort Worth area, which is like right here. Dallas is here. I tried to give you a shot through the clouds. I couldn't get one, so we just saw clouds. But I did point at the area and sightseeing, even though it was clouds. The reason why that's sideways is that's the crosswind. We're going straight when I reset the drone. That's just the crosswind. From the right at 74 knots. Alright, going down to 23,000 feet. Keep an eye on everything here. Otherwise, in a couple minutes, hopefully they give us entry instructions. We'll have to see.
Envoy 3582, contact Houston Center on 125.65.
There's so much ATC Communication, it is so fun. We're about to level off here at 23,000 feet until we get our next instructions. We can still keep our speed as high as we want. I think we'll put landing lights on now, though, even though we're a little early, just because they'll put us through the clouds in a moment here. So let's have that ready to go. Otherwise, we're just hanging out still. It's been 37 minutes, but it feels like 2 hours for some reason. I mean, clouds are beautiful, but oh, here we go, more instructions. 13,000.
Descend
now.
and maintain 13,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango, Tango, Tango 41.
Vertical speed, we'll keep it at 18,000, that's fine. Just keep an eye on our speed, overspeed. And if we get to 18,000, we have to reset the barometer. Otherwise, we're just keeping an eye on everything. Alright, we're making slight turns as we weave our way past Rolac onto the next waypoint here. And any minute, I'm expecting instructions, although it's quite possible we won't get any until Dart Day, or Dart. But that's still only like 5 minutes out, so any minute now we should get something. And we're coming up on 18,000 feet, and we'll do the barometer. Whoa, careful of that overspeed there. Do not want to overspeed. It's going to be bumpy as we get into the clouds. I like how you can see the ground there. Alright, pretty soon a lot's going to happen. It's going to happen fast. I'll keep most of it in the video. Don't know how long the video is getting. It's been over an hour and 15 minutes for me in real life. Of course, it hasn't been that long for you, but probably a good 45 minutes for you so far. I don't know. But I'll keep most of it in. It's going to go fast. It's going to be fun. Even if we let autopilot do everything just until minimums on approach, it's still a lot to do.
Is at flight level tree 20 descending 10,000 feet. American Tree 5 for Houston Center. Continue as planned.
And that is so beautiful as we approach 18,000 feet. Look at the interstate down there.
Houston Center, United
That is so
2304
awesome.
is passing flight level tree 0 descending 10,000 feet.
We don't know
United
the weather
2304
yet,
Houston Center. Continue as planned.
but we will hit beyond the barometer now that we're under 18,000 feet, and there's no change. So, good for us. Let's just sit here until we get our further instructions. We're going to go into the soup any minute now, and then we should get instructions quite soon here. Okay, we just got our
Descend
assignment
and maintain
here.
4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 18 right approach via Chade transition. Cleared to Chade Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
And I'm going to slow down to the speed limit. I know, don't worry about landing gear. I'm going to try to do without spoilers, but we're going to, well, I think we need some spoilers. And what was the other thing they gave us? ILS 18 right via Chade. So let's come down here and see what we can do here. We can do approach, ILS 18 via Chade. There's no Chade. Of course there's not.
Houston Center, United 245 is at flight level tree 0 descending 10,000 feet. United 245, Houston Center.
There we go.
Continue as planned.
Alright, let's get our speed down. We're almost at 10,000 feet, so we got it right here. 18 right via Chade. Let's load it and activate it 100,000 times. Hit OK, come up here. Whoa, and it should have changed, and it did. Let's zoom in and see what it's doing. Oh, that's pretty easy. Looks like it's going to be a straight in approach. Okie dokie, there we go. What are we at for our speed? Good, we're just at the speed limit. About to hit 10K. We already did landing lights. So let's arm the spoilers. Since we don't need them, we're going to just arm them. There we go.
approach on 127.225. Good day. American 76 to you are 69er miles northeast. Descend and maintain 4,100 feet. Expect ILS runway 13 right approach via Sierra Tango Victor transition. Cleared to Sierra Tango Victor. Delta 2464 Houston Center. Continue as planned.
Going to 127.225 Turtle Soup Tango, Tango Tango 41. Austin approach Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is at 10,200 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Austin approach altimeter 29.80. Continue to shade as planned.
Alright, we're about to enter the clouds. I cut out some ATC stuff, just standard ATC, like go to this, contact that, go to shade. It's as planned. So in 3 minutes we get to shade. To prove that ILS is going to switch on its own, let's go to radios. Lav didn't change yet, but it will. You can see how it says 1.10.5. It'll change to 18 right, whatever frequency that is, and this will change as well. So let's keep it up there for now, as long as we remember to go back to the timer. And that should change, and then once we're established on the glide slope, we will hit approach over here, and then it'll land to minimums and we'll take over. So very straightforward, but a lot will happen quickly, including going down into these clouds, which is ridiculously amazing. We are not speeding, which is good. We're going to keep an eye on our speed, though. Look at that wind blowing us everywhere. Let's do the barometer now. There we go. That's better. And we're just going to ride this out and just maintain speed, flaps, gear. I don't think we need to worry about spoilers, so I already armed them. I said that already. Lights are on. We're not speeding. Everything is good. And here we go into the craziness. I'm not going to talk, but I'm going to keep this in without editing out. And here we go. Let's check this out together. This is going to be awesome. And here we go. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is so cool. How does this get simulated? Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see what it looks like from the outside. Good. Okay, the airplane is cloudy too. I was worried it'd be like perfectly cartoonish like that while you're in the cloud, but no, they put cloud over the airplane, so that is fantastic. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Where are we at? 5,900 feet. Keep that barometer corrected here. We're not speeding, but we will slow down in a little bit, probably to 180. This is amazing. We barely use any fuel at all. I say that because when this plane was new, he would fly 100 nautical miles and use a full tank of gas. It was ridiculous.
Contact Austin Tower on 120 decimal tree.
Just keep an eye on
Envoy
things.
3530 traffic is 8 o'clock 4 miles at 5,100
Look at all this traffic around us. So what we could do is click on this and do the frequency for, what?
41 descend and maintain 2,800 feet.
2,800 feet. I just want to show you this. We could tune it in manually, 18 right if we wanted to, 110.95, but we don't need to. Okay, what was it? 2,800 feet?
Descend and maintain 2,800 feet. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
How do we do hundreds in this?
Turtle Soup Tango Tango
What?
Tango 41 traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at 2,500 feet generic.
I don't know how to do...
Report them in sight.
Oh, sure, they're in sight. Sure.
Turn left heading
I can't even get a
160.
word in.
Tower on 120 decimal. Tree Cirrus 2 Alpha Whiskey.
Alright, we're... Whoops.
Austin approach Turtle Soup
that wasn't...
Tango Tango Tango
It didn't...
41 requesting
3
vector
is
to
report in
next
sight.
waypoint.
Envoy 3530, you are 10 miles north of Austin. Contact Austin Tower on 121
Can't even get a word in.
when inbound. Turtle Soup Tango
Oh my
Tango
gosh.
Tango 41, continue to UTEE turning.
Okay, I just want to report my traffic in sight. Come on. And...
Tower
Oh
on
my
121
God.
decimal 0 Envoy tree 530.
Come on. There we go. And what I'm going to do, because I don't know how to do hundreds, is I'm going to hit Alt as soon as we get to 2,800. So let's report in sight.
Turtle Soup
There.
Tango Tango
When that's
Tango
2,800, I'm
41
going to
have
hit
the
Alt.
generic in sight.
Like this. Or this Alt, I guess.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41, you are 11 miles north of Austin. Contact Austin Tower on 118 decimal 225 when inbound.
Alrighty.
Tower on 118
Let's hit alt in
decimal
a second.
225 turtle
Oh,
soup
nope,
tango
we already
tango
got it.
tango
We're gonna do
41.
approach now, look. We got our glide slope, we got this. See, I told you it would turn automatically, see? Boom. Let's go here, let's go back to timer, there we go. See, it's gonna do our glide slope. We're missing all the fun because, oh my gosh, okay, let's slow down. Let's get gear down. How far away are we? Doesn't matter. We're gonna get things going here. Alright, we got gear down. We'll do first set of flaps in a moment. We're missing all the fun in the clouds because a lot is happening at once. I told you a lot would happen at once. That's how it works. So we didn't get much sightseeing in, but this is an IFR flight, so we're not going to get much sightseeing in. Should keep us on glide slope because I hit approach. Looks like it is. Get that barometer ready. And I don't see the airport in sight yet. Let's contact tower. And tower.
Austin Tower Turtle Soup Tango 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 417 miles north inbound ILS runway 18 right approach.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 Austin Tower. Altimeter 29er decimal 79er wind 177 at 15. Cleared ILS runway 18 right approach.
There's the runway.
Turtle Soup Tango
Get
Tango
flaps
Tango
down.
for 1 number 2
Gears
for
down.
landing.
First set of flaps are down.
Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 177 at 15.
And there's an aircraft right there in front
Cleared
of
to
us.
land runway 18 right.
And we're cleared to land. And they
Clear to
gave us
land
the
runway
barometer.
18 right number
you
2
heard
Turtle
that.
Soup Tango 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 41.
And we're going really fast.
Alaska 1400 go
Right,
around.
glide slope. Second set of flaps. Get comfortable in my chair. We are still on autopilot. I'm going to keep it going for a while just because it's fun. Let's look outside. Oh, there is Austin right there. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm glad we caught that.
Alaska 1400.
Again, I want to do more sightseeing, but you can't because you're flying an IFR flight.
Contact.
There's a
Austin
plane going
approach
around.
120.875.
And let's disengage autopilot if I can reach it. And we'll hand fly it in. What is our weather like? Straight headwind, 24 knots. And in this airplane, I'm not sure when to do the flaps exactly. I think we got to, yeah, you want to stay out of the yellow. Whoa, see, because the yellow was at 110, both the other flaps went down to 100. So you want to stay out of the yellow. Ever since they did the updates to this plane, several sim updates ago, I haven't really kept up on them. So, yeah, kind of flying it the old way. Let's get some speed here. Stall at one, what? I got, what? I have full flap, and it will stall at like 124. Weird. Well, now we got pushed up from the thrust, so I guess we'll stay above 120 if we can. That was weird. I don't understand what happened there. See, now it doesn't say stall, right? Now we're at 113 and it doesn't. Now it says it again. Okay. Weird. Stall at 126? What? Nope, not going around. Because it always tells you to go around. And I'm not going to. This is wild. Why does it... What? How? Doesn't matter. We're just going to ground effect it down. Fine, stall me. I don't care. We got a really good ascent rate. And boom, there we go. Reverses engaged. Nose wheel down gently. Brakes on the wheels. Flaps coming up. And 40 knots. Bring the reversers. And we'll just taxi away here. We'll roll it out. I'm not going to go around.
Going around Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Because it always tells you to go around. So I'm not going to. We will just, nope. We are going to get off on the taxiway. We'll acknowledge handoff, but we're not going to hand off. Oh yeah, there's an airplane on the runway. That's why they wanted us to go around. But it's not my fault. When it gets busy like this, it always tells you to go around. Like if we were to be stuck in a go around loop for the indefinitely. So I'm just gonna taxi with this guy. Not go around. Alright, what we can do is we can stop our timer. 54 minutes. Not bad. And they should ghost if we get too close to them. And then it should tell us to go to ground as soon as we get off the runway here. And this is pretty realistic, but we're going to rear end them because are they going to ghost? I don't think those there they're gonna ghost.
121.9.
There we go. Then they'll show up behind us. Pretty straightforward stuff. So I need a little bit more practice in terms of understanding the speed, because I don't understand why I was stalling so soon. So that I have to figure out. But other than that, the touchdown was smooth as silk, and it was fine. So I just don't get why it's stalling so early, but whatever. Doesn't matter. We didn't crash or anything. So alright, it should tell us to go to ground. There we go. Austin ground. And to parking.
Austin ground turtle soup, Tango Tango Tango, 41 taxi, to parking.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Golf Charlie Sierra.
And we'll acknowledge, and I do have my
Taxiing to general
taxi
aviation
ribbon
parking
on, because why
using
not?
taxiway Golf Charlie Sierra, turtle soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, so what do we got doing? Stop the clock, landing lights off, taxi lights on, recog off. And make sure flaps are up. And they are, so there we go. Now we just simply taxi to our parking. So I'd say this in other videos too, but it used to be in order for your hours and flight to count, you had to park where they wanted you to and turn off all the way to the batteries and the ignition off. Now you can park anywhere you want and it still counts. It'll count the takeoff, it'll count the landing, it'll count your hours, it still counts. So you don't have to go where they want you to. I normally don't, but I figured for fun, why not? But yeah, so that's it. So normally I just go wherever I want, but today we'll make an exception. And what else? The taxi ribbon doesn't play Pac-Man anymore. It used to be it would disappear behind you as you like ate it, but now it just stays, which is kind of fine because you can zoom out and see where it took you. But anyway, what an amazing, amazing flight. I hope you got some of the same satisfaction watching as I did flying. Again, I'm normally a GA guy, but this is my favorite plane. So it was a nice long flight, or long enough. It wasn't too long, it wasn't too short, because if they're too short, it's just too busy and you don't get to enjoy it. When I go to these bigger airports, it gets so busy with air traffic, but that's part of the fun too. And we had a great approach assigned to us, and the landing was fantastic. All the ground stuff was fantastic. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to know why we flew here, please like and subscribe and watch the next flight. And you'll see why we flew to Austin. And then we may go to another destination from here in this plane instead of starting somewhere else. That might be a fun thing to do, is fly from where we landed before, right? So like we're moving the plane around instead of teleporting it around. Anywho, I'm just talking through this taxis. We're about to stop. If it'll let me turn, there we go. We'll go until this turns green. Actually, can I see the dude through the window? I can. He says go left. Are you sure about that? You sure you want me to go left? And whoop, come on. Little movement. Little movement. There we go. And we're going to go until he says stop, which is going to be any second here. And he says stop right about now. Is that what he wants, or do we have to go another couple inches? Come on. Boom. There we go. Stop. Set the parking brake. And let's get the APU going so people can have some lights when they deboard. Yes, I know. Thank you. Alrighty. Shutting down. Parking brake set. Yes, icing off. I turned the icing off earlier in the flight just because I didn't need to keep it on. So I turned all that off. Oh, I kept the yoke out though. No, I didn't. There it is. Icing was already off. External power on. Is it available? It is available, so you don't need the APU because external power is available. So let's turn that off. All lights can come off now, and the lights in the keep the tail flood on, though, so people know who we are. Does this work? No. The lights back where everybody sits will be working still. I think we can see back there in this plane, can't we? Or is there a door? Oh, there's a door. Can we go through? We cannot go through the door. Bummer. But can we go out here and go inside like this? Oh, there's nothing modeled. Well, at least that would be inside. Okay, fine. You have to pretend. Alrighty, so keep tail flood on, yes. Conditioners off with yoke, I never turned them on. We don't need to. So that means we're going to turn the engines off this way. There we go. Pretty straightforward. And we have external power, so don't need to worry about it. Generators can come off now, which is this one and this one. And everything's still working because... Come on, quiet. Because we turned the external power on. Alright, and batteries off, yep. But we can still see everything. So once everybody is out, and they've gotten their stuff, we're going to come down here and turn off external power, and boom, it goes dark. There you go. Complete startup, shutdown, and a flight with IFR from Oklahoma to Austin. And we made it, and it was safe. Let's see if we can see downtown from here. Can you... I see a bunch of other aircraft. Should be over there, right? No, it should be over here. What did we land on? Where did we go? I don't remember where we came from. Oh, there we go. There it is over there. Must be. And look at that rain coming down in Austin, Texas. Wow. Alrighty, again, if you want to know why we came here, like, subscribe, and that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. You can tell by how giddy I am. This is my giddy voice. And I'll see you next time.